The helicopter might just kill with the double, so you might have to leave.
Yep.
Page. Oh, and
Honestly,
it's okay. Well,
yeah, depending on how frail or bulky Arctec's Volcrane is, this double could kill you also, right? Volcrane spit up is abysmal, as we all know. So, what do you think Arctec could ban here? I'm thinking, oh, we see a Tyrannac ban, which
it's a fine ban because you have to ban first, and you don't want to play in a Tyrannac if you get your Mashuk banned, I guess.
that makes sense, yeah. There being no mental flow on the side of Arctec could make this Yowler a bit scary. Oh, never mind. There's a mix. This is assuming though that the Volcrane doesn't get boosted up, right? Because as many know, if this Volcrane gets a couple hooks on board with slingshot procs, it could easily sweep this game, especially with Arctec's backline being a Gaialis plus another Earth Week.
Volcrane's just, there's three things I guess in this game that can set up, and Volcrane's the one that's starting on the board first, and it's not threatened, so I think Arctec has a leg up.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. Assuming that this is like a mid-speed Volcrane with like a decent amount of bulk.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's like your Volcrane, but I guess that's, I don't know, shouldn't make that assumption, I don't know.
Yeah, like, cause if we're talking about Turby's Volcrane, this thing is taking 70% from Hypoxia, right? So we'll have to see. I'm guessing that Arctec wouldn't pick the Volcrane though into a Barnchi if it wasn't like a bulkier Volcrane, right? So I'm gonna have my faith in Arctec here and see what goes on. We do see the Fake Beard Barnchi and the Mom's Lunch Talking from the side of Talwyn, putting that exhaust and burn.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Honestly, exhaust and burn really nice here for the onto the mix. Makes Barnchi a bit less threatened out. Although Barnchi has to do a lot of work this game, so I feel like keeping Barnchi in here is a bit rough, especially since if you Fiery Soul the mix, it's most likely going into Puppet Master, right?
Well, yep. I would leave with Barnchi. I mean, you have things that can come in. Yowler can take the C spikes and Nut Bar back up.
Yep.
And I mean, the problem is, I guess, if you can't Fiery Soul. You need a Wind Burst into Tornado or Wind Burst into Fiery Soul, I guess.
Yeah. The problem with mix on this team though is that it might not be super frail, right? As we do see Gario swapping in for that mix, possibly reading a Fiery Soul. Maybe it is a bulkier mix, so Fiery Soul won't put it into Puppet. And then we do see the Yowler swapping in for the Barnchi, meaning that this Volcrane's gonna go essentially uncontested this turn. As we do see Hook Slingshot procking. Windburst hitting the... Oh my god. Holy cow. Yeah, that's huge. That's a huge turn from Arctec. Really well played from him. Volcrane literally didn't get touched. Obviously, there is a Yowler on the board, so this Yowler could have Oshi. It's in the realm of possibility, and it's very close to being possible, right? And this Hulkin has Tornado up, but this Volcrane also has Stone Trench, so it's only going to get hit by one of the moves. I think Arctec's in a really good position now, yeah? Especially with the positioning of Gario on this Tolkien board, as we do see the Stone Trench coming out from Volcrane, taking it down to 70% stamina.
Leaps, so Tolkien dies.
Yes, yeah, that's very true. Hitting the Tolkien down to 52%, as we actually see Tornado going onto the Gario instead of breaking Boozle, bringing Gario down to 61. I don't think the Savage is killing, it's only 140 base speed now. Oh, it's never KOing. Bringing the double in, bringing Gario down to 26.8. And Cold Guys are taking out Tolkien. This, I don't know how Tolkien comes back from this. Like, as good of a player as Arctec is, like, Talwyn has to do even more work because of how good of a player Arctec is, right? And I guess I shouldn't be calling the games like done before they're over. I did that yesterday with Arges versus Scallywag, and Arges ended up bringing it back with a Hypno Bamboozle lock. I think you were here to see that, yeah?
Yep, one.
But we do see Vigorous Flaming Meteorite coming out. Onto the Barnchi, I'm guessing. Yep, bringing that down to 0.0.
Okay, well.
Yeah, that was huge. And obviously we see the OX. If Gario attacks, I'm guessing it OXs, even from a Soil Seam, based on this much stamina. But we actually see Rockfall, huge, getting that burnout, chipping down the Yowler a bit, but more importantly, decreasing the damage that it's going to be dealing even at +2. So, what do you think Talwin... Do you see any lines for Talwin coming back? Oh, Lord. Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't know. That was good timing, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't like to cope, so I just will stay quiet to that one.
that's fair. I respect that.
I don't see the path, I guess.
Especially since Vulcan gets a free swap out here, right? He can just come back in later.
Yep, and
Yeah.
it doesn't even have to be that much later, because Diabolo gave it a bunch back already.
Yep, exactly. And Gary's going to be going down this turn to a heli kick, so you just keep Gary in, take that sack. Gary isn't really useful anymore. It's not getting attack off the rest of this game. And you can even bring in like a Mushuk, right? And Mushuk
Either one
even
of your
goes in.
Yuga physical tanks can come in probably just
Yep.
fine.
Yep. Mix is like, if this game, if
Both of
Mix
them
even
are
needs to
free
come
this
out
game. I mean,
anymore
I
this
don't know.
game. What'd you say?
They're just gonna have trouble getting through Guang and Mashuk.
Yeah.
Let alone, yeah, I mean the rest of it. But even if it was a 2v3 Gorong and Mashuk versus these three, they might just lose that 2v3
Yeah.
at this point.
I agree with you. Like, I think Gorong and Mushuk easily would take this game away if it was just them. Well, maybe not easily, but it have a very high possibility. As we actually see double swap being Gorong coming in for the Volcrane and Mushuk coming in for the Gario. I'm surprised that they saved Gario here, but we do see Mom's Lunch proccing, so that's probably a reason why.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's fine. You could have brought Mashuk on the other side and just let Gary die, but it's not like you took a lot of damage on Gorong and you gotta hold up.
Yeah, that's true. Like, and then we do see another show off coming out from Yaller. The only problem I see with Arctec's play is that Volcrane's not on the board now, right? And they did give Yaller another show off for minimal cost in like stamina. They did prevent the exhaust, but like you said earlier, they could have just brought in Mushuk instead of that Gorong and let Gario die, bringing in Volcrane, giving them more pressure. Because I guess the one out that Talwin might have here is Yaller getting set up, because we haven't seen Oshi-Dashi yet or Clinch, being that this Yaller could be toughened. I don't see, like, even if it is toughened Yaller, I don't see Talwin being able to bring this back from this position, just because there is a mix still.
Yeah, and I don't know, he's gonna be out of stamina, like, it's a lot to carry with, no buffs to begin with, already half HP. I mean, Hibernate's an option, but it's not gonna be too much of a net stamina gain either.
Yeah, this Mushuk's never dying.
Yeah,
yeah, okay. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Perhaps concedable now. And that could actually be tireless, right? If it has block. Why
no,
not?
it's parry. Yeah, if it.
Oh, we already saw it. Okay.
Yeah.
Carrier, walk.